Hi, I'm Olivia.
And I'm Jane Lynch. You may know me from Glee, but what you might not know is my love of shelter pets. Olivia's 13 years old. I've had her ever since she was a little puppy, and adopting her has brought so much joy to my life. And right now, there are hundreds of thousands of amazing dogs and cats in shelters across the country that need our help. Shelter Me is a series of inspiring stories that celebrate the difference these pets can make in our lives.
Search.
In this episode, we'll see shelter dogs that are given a second chance by being trained to save human lives. We'll see an innovative program that helps communities spay and neuter their pets. And we'll go along with a couple as they visit their local shelter to adopt a cat. We'll also follow volunteers who take their shelter dogs to a hospital to bring comfort to those in need. Shelter pets are an extraordinary breed. They're the absolute best, and Olivia's one. Please visit your local shelter to find out all the ways you can help. Your best friend is just a shelter away.
Love, come and shelter me. Your light is all I need to survive. In a world where the cold wind's blowing, will your love be a shelter for me?
Dogs can do something special that no human can do. They can find people who are buried and potentially alive.
Hey, there's somebody down here.
The Search Dog Foundation's mission is to strengthen disaster response in America.
We go into shelters and rescue dogs, and we train them to become rescuers.
Dogs that would normally be euthanized.
These dogs have the ability to save lives, and they have, and they do.
We give them professional training, and then we pair them up with first responders, usually firefighters.
One of the best days of my life was when the Search Dog Foundation came to me and at no cost to my department or myself handed me the leash of this dog hunter and said, go forth and save lives. That's all we ask of you.
With more and more disasters happening in this country, more and more of these teams are needed.
Nothing else has been shown to be as effective as the dog that is searching. There is not one machine or piece of technology out there that can do what these dogs can do.
Come on, guys.
Wilma Melville is our founder and a very special person in my heart. She's my mentor. She was a retired school teacher and at 60 years old started wanting to learn about disaster search. And she trained her dog Murphy, got certified, and then she responded to the Oklahoma City bombing.
At 9 o'clock this morning, an explosion occurred at the Alfred Murrah Federal Building in downtown Oklahoma City.
When we got off the bus in Oklahoma City at the site of the bombing, we were struck with the size of it. Where are we going to begin? How can we do this? I could tell that one or two task forces are not going to make a dent in what needs to be done there. At that time, 1995, in this entire nation, there were approximately 15 FEMA-certified teams. The Oklahoma City bombing used 11 task forces. When I saw how many teams are needed for one building a block long, I realized, oh, this country is way behind in canine disaster search teams. When I got home, I began to wonder, why was it me, a civilian, a little old lady from Ojai? How come I find myself at a disaster? It should be a younger person. Had I been a firefighter, I could have done the job ever so much better. I began to realize I knew now 3 things. It took the right handler, the right dog, and the best training for both. In those days, people were typically taking 3 and even 4 years to train one dog. If you take that long to train the dog, there's not very much dog life left to do the actual searching should you be called.
And so our founder's goal was to be able to shorten that process. And so she started by rescuing the dogs. And that way you already knew the characteristics that you were inheriting when you got that dog out of the shelter. You knew it had the right traits to become a search and rescue dog.